Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Marks here after yet another long wait, but here we are with Nemo's War, Episode 5. Let's dive right in. Well, hi there everyone. I know it's been a little bit of a wait on this series. I don't think I'm doing a very good job keeping my butt in gear, getting videos out for this game, but hopefully I can keep things rolling. I've been sick last few days as well, so that isn't helping, so my voice might sound a little strange, and whatever. It sounds pretty strange in general, so I think we're just going to dive right in. There's no corrections or anything serious I need to go over, so let's just dive right in. As Master wishes. In Conseil, I had a seasoned specialist in biological classification, an enthusiast who could run with acrobatic agility up and down the whole ladder of branches, groups, classes, subclasses, orders, families, genre, subgenre, species, and varieties. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have Conseil anymore. He's been used up already. So this is going to go directly to the fail pile. And now for placement. What do we got here? 1, 3, 4, and 6. Well, it looks like we're going to have quite a few ships revealed this turn. First of all, in the Western Pacific, it is the Star of India, a passenger vessel from Britain. Next, we can put a hidden ship marker here in the European seas because it's adjacent to the North Atlantic there. Next, off to the South Atlantic, where the Nautilus is hanging out, we've got a ship revealed. It is going to be the Prince Albert Ironside from Britain. And finally, in ocean number 6, the Indian Ocean, we have the General Grant from the US of A. With that nice roll, we get a full 5 action points to play with this turn. Alright, before we go ahead with our actions, I'll just do a quick review here of the crew and Nemo and the state of the hull. Nemo's doing not too bad. He's way up here at Determined, still looking very solid. Our crew is in the tired position, not too far from the defeat, but it is quite an improvement from where we were last episode. Same with the hull. It's still at seaworthy, but I'm still thinking I'd like to have those a little bit higher just to keep seeing things safe. I also, let's go over to the salvage track and we'll talk a little bit about what's going on there. So I've managed to gain threat level, so that'll be guaranteed 17 points at the end of the game, but I don't really think I'm doing all that well. There's not a lot of adventure cards left. Well, I'll just show you the deck. I don't know, about that many. So there's still quite a few turns left to go, but I'm feeling I've got a long way to go before I'm going to be successful at this game. And one thing I have been noticing is that I haven't been doing too much work trying to get some upgrades, and there are now 6 available upgrades over there. And I'm thinking that maybe that should be a primary goal of mine in the next little bit. And, well, thankfully there's a couple merchant vessels that I can get easy kills on. Maybe I can use them for upgrading the Nautilus. So let's have a think and we'll proceed with the turn. Well, the General Grant sitting there in the Indian Ocean, it looks like an easy target right now, and I kind of want to keep things a little bit quiet. I don't want so much attention right now. The warships and, I mean, the seas are getting a little busier now, so things are changing. Anyway, we're going to use 1 and 2 action points to head over to the Indian Ocean. And, oh yeah, I also have this card for when I'm in the Indian Ocean. Ooh, gain a Nemo and a notoriety. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use that. So Nemo now is up to the strong level, and that's pretty good. It wouldn't be bad to max him out. And then as well, we gain a notoriety. We're up to 34. Anyway, let's initiate a nice clean stock attack versus General Grant and see how we fare. Seeing how Nemo is doing so well, we're going to use his bonus for a +2 And let's see how we fare here. We need to beat an 8 of the General Grant. It doesn't stand a chance, and it goes down in a mass of rubble. And we're going to put it right to the, I think, what do they call it? Let's zoom over there, I'll show you. Yes, we put the ship in the salvage track. I guess that's what I'm going to call it right now. I didn't bother looking it up. But before I forget, we do need to gain a notoriety for the sinking of the General Grant. All right, we've got 2 action points left. All right, here we are in the Indian Ocean. I think we're going to try a search action, try and grab us some treasure. We haven't gained much treasure lately. We got to try and build up as much as we can, I think, before the final push. So let's see how we do. Once again, we'll use Nemo for the bonus, giving us a +2. He's still strong. Let's roll him up. What do we got? 9, 10, 11. That's pretty good. So a roll of 11 gives us a success. And when we collect 1 treasure, what have we got? It is just a simple treasure token 2. Lovely. And with Nemo's final action point, I think we are going to try and help out the rebels that are engaging in the Selangor Civil War. So that'll be an incite action. Let's go to the tray and we'll see how we roll. Once again, Nemo's got a +2, and let's see how we do with the rebels. Okay, 6, 7, 8, and Nemo's 2 makes 10. Excellent. So a 10 for insight gives us a successful uprising. We are going to lose a notoriety. First of all, we're back down to 34. And we're going to place that black cube in the Selangor Civil War spot. And Nemo has successfully exerted his influence and is spreading about the world and coming kind of popular, not super popular. There's 3 cubes out on the board right now, so. All right, let's carry on. Next adventure phase, ho! A hollow explosion. What sort of craft is it, Ned? From its rigging and its low masts, the Canadian replied. I bet it's a warship. Here's hoping it pulls up and sinks this damn Nautilus. All right, so this gets played immediately. We are going to add the red reinforcement ship to the draw pool. Cool. And we're going to do a little bit of finagling, but basically we're going to discard a few of these depending on how far we are up on the notoriety levels, and then one of these ships is going to come out and attack us immediately. Let's just have a quick look at here. The Devastation from Britain, the Monarch from Britain, oh my god, the Zealous from Britain, the Audacious from Britain. All of these are Ironsides, they're battleships, oh dear. The Invincible from Britain, the Sinop from, I think we decided that was Russia. Wow, that's a big looking one there. Let's have a look at this one. That's a big one. And finally, the Omaha from the USA. These, one of these is going to be attacking me immediately, and I'm not too happy about that. Let's see what happens. So we got to discard 2 of those new battleships, just because we have not attained the correct amount of notoriety, which is fine by me. But one of these ships get to attack us immediately. It is going to be the Sinop capital ship from Russia. And it's basically a mandatory free stock attack. So let's go do it. Alright, here we are, the battle with the Sinop. It had snuck up on us in the Indian Ocean after we were engaged in some criminal activity as part of the Civil War there. So they're going to make their first attack. They've got a rating of 8, so, you know, it's not the best, but let's see how we fare. Oh boy, of course, it is a 5. So that means I take 2 hits on 2 random deals. We're going to roll it right now. The hits are on the crew and the hull. Let's zoom up there. I'll show you what it looks like. The hull takes a hit from the Sinop, and as well the loss of some crew due to the battle damage. They're not doing too well, and things are looking grim again. But now, Nemo gets to wage a counterattack. Now, the Sinop has got a pretty decent hull rating of 11. We're going to use Nemo for his +2. As well, we get a stock attack on this one, and giving us a total of +3. Let's see how we do. Please. Oh, what do you guys think? That should be a reroll? Know what? I'm going to go with it. It's going to be a 1. So that is an 8. That is a miss. So Nemo drops down to determined, still doing fairly well, but with the failure of the sinking of the sign-up, they escape to tell of the tale of the Nautilus. And let's carry on with the placement phase we're in. Okay. So the sign-up remains in the Indian Ocean, still stalking after the Nautilus. Let's roll for placement. Oh, hello. Slip your fingers, come on. Sound like a weird announcer today. 1, 2, 4, and 4. All right. So the Western Pacific is getting a little busier. There's been no reports of sightings of the Nautilus. Here we have, oh dear, the Invincible is now scouring the waters for Captain Nemo, that battleship from Britain. In the Eastern Pacific, we have the frigate, the Fujiyama from Japan. And here in the South Atlantic, we've got 2 placements. First of all, we're going to do here where we have the Aripeles or the Aripiles, I don't know. Looks like it's from Spain, an armored frigate. It's after the Nautilus. Kind of not the best warship on attack, but it does have decent defense. And another placement, I think, we can go Cape Horn, Cape of Good Hope, or we can go in the South Atlantic. I'm going to go with, I don't know, I'll just go Cape of Good Hope, the southern Horn of Africa, and it is the Borda from Spain. No, that's France. The Borda from France. France? Yeah. It's a little bit of better adversary for the Nautilus than Aripeles, but there's a lot of bad stuff happening, and Nemo's super upset that everyone's being so mean to him. Well, with that roll, we get 3 action points for Nemo the Emo. Well, here we are in the Indian Ocean still. It's been a few turns, and while there's no other warships in the ocean, I think I'm going to take pot shots while I can. At least then I don't get a penalty for having additional warships scouring the seas for me. So we're going to go after the sign-up with a stock attack. So the sign-up gets to shoot first. It's got an attack rating of 8. What do we get? All right, we managed to evade the attack this time. Now we're going to ramming speed right up its big ass butt. We're going to use Nemo for his +2. Nemo gets better as he gets lower, so he gets crazier and he actually is more effective. So it's almost better to have Nemo further down the track, but you are closer to defeat that way. But anyway, it's got a +2 there, and with our stock attack is +3. We need to beat an 11. Come on. 7 plus 3 is a 10. That is yet another failure. So we are going to gain another notoriety. We're up to 36 now. And we are going to lose, oh, it looks like 2 Nemos. So let's zoom up there. Nemo dropped down to erratic. So he's starting to spaz out a little bit, and everyone freaking out on him here. I wish they would just leave us alone. Why can't they just leave us alone? They attacked me. Of course, we know that's not true, Nemo. You attacked him. But we lost an action point on that last attack. We're down to 2. I think we're just going to try again. I want this sucker down, and we're going to salvage it, or we just want to wreck its day, okay? It's been wrecking our day too long now. It's its turn. All right, the apparently mighty sign-up fires. What do we got? You don't count. Oh boy, that's a 4. That's a hit. Only 1, but let's see what it's on. It is on the crew. Ouch. Let's zoom up there. More loss to the crew, and we are looking grim. There's nothing but a bunch of bodies trying to man and run the day-to-day operations of the ship. Oh dear. Let's see if we can sink this damn ship. The damned sign-up here. All right, well, we get a +1. We're going to use Spazzy Nemo. He's starting to get flippin' wild here. So he gets a +3, and with the stock +1 is a total +4, not floor. Here we go. Oh my god. That's a 9, people. Well, we're not going to allow that to happen because basically it would be game over if I did. So we're going to utilize our first officer here. If we do lose a Nemo, this is going to hurt a little bit. But anyway, it gives us a +3 to our roll for a total of 12 now. So that puts the sign-up under the waves once and for all. The Nautilus gains 2 notoriety points, but we do lose the captain's first officer. So we do regain what we wagered in the attack, but because of the loss of our first officer, Captain Nemo gets a little more unstable, very close to cracking under the pressure of this self-imposed war that he's inflicted upon himself and the rest of the world. We forgot to gain 2 notoriety for the loss of the sign-up, or the sinking of the sign-up, I mean. 38 we're up to now. And I've been saving this for just such an occasion. We're going to exchange the treasure token to gain 1 Nemo. So we're not so close to death, but we're not far away from it either. Alright, so it is quiet-ish once again in the Indian Ocean, and we've been there for a while. We have 1 action point left, but I think we are going to save it for now and hope for a lull turn next turn. We are in need of some crew rest and trying to recruit some new soldiers for ourselves or sailors, I should say. As well, the hull could use a little bit of a touch-up, but we'll see what happens. I think we might have time for 1 more turn. I don't know, let me find out. Yes, we got time for 1 more quick one. Let's see what we get. An underwater coalfield.
Now then, right at this spot, the sea covers entire forests that sank underwater in prehistoric times. Today, turned to stone, transformed into carbon fuel, they offer me inexhaustible coal mines.
Okay, so keep card, and when the Nautilus is in the north or south of the Atlantic, oh goody, you may gain 2 hull. This is beautiful. Coal mines turn into killer iron ore plating for the Nautilus. That card is just exactly what we needed to help get us out of this slump we're in. Let's roll for placement. We have, oh boy, 6, 6, and 5, and 6. So let's probably take a lull turn here. We got 6, 6, 5, and 6. If we take a lull turn with the double 6s, we get to skip this for placement. So we're going to just place for double 6 and 5. Let's go ahead and do that. So first placement will be for the European seas, but I think we're going to go adjacent and place the hidden token in the Indian Ocean. I don't think we have a choice on that, actually. And then we have a double placement for Indian Ocean. I'm going to go ahead and first of all place, it looks like the Lord Clyde ironclad from the British Isles, and the next placement is the capital ship Victoria, British once again, and a little bit more of a formidable opponent there. I actually kind of like being able to pick and choose what targets, at this point in the game, what targets I would like to attack. So anyway, this is a lull turn. We're going to receive no action points, but we do have 1. I believe we're going to go ahead and, well, actually, let me think about it for a second. Well, this awesome card, just what we needed to help us gain some significant amount of hull points back in for free. All we got to do is get to the coal fields of the South Atlantic is the closest, but that's going to cost us 2 action points to get there. We only have 1, so I think we're going to have to do a rest action and see if we can't improve the spirits of our crew here. Alright, so to help gain some crew back, we're going to use the erratic Captain Nemo. He's going to, threaten people into joining the crew, perhaps. But we do have some warships present in the Indian Ocean where we're attempting this, so that's going to give us a -1 to the roll. Captain Nemo gives us a +3, so currently we're at a +2. I'm not too happy with that, so I'm going to go ahead and use this for an additional +2, giving us a total of +4, yada yada yada. We need a good roll here, come on. Oh, that's not a great roll. That's a 5. +4 is still 9. Well, a 9 is still a gain one crew result. Recreation, I don't think anyone's having too much recreation with the way Captain Nemo's been behaving lately. But anyway, we're going to increase this crew from spent to tired. I would have liked that double recruit sailors in game 2, but nothing I can do about it. That puts us out of action points for this turn, and I think we're going to call it a quits for this episode. Lots of close calls for me, at least. I'm very, what's the word? Right in the edge of my seat, I suppose, is what's been happening in this last little bit here. Things are getting pretty tense. Anyway, this has been Marks here. What I'm probably going to do is continue and go right into recording of the next video. I'm not going to leave a gap like I have been. Because the gaps have been too long, and I'm not too happy with the frequency of how many videos I've been putting out. You know, this has been on the table for a long time now, and I just haven't had the time to put the work into it to get the game finished and the videos produced. So we're gonna dive right into the next video, I think. So if, in other words, if there's any errors or mistakes, I probably will not be able to correct them before the next video, because I'll already have filmed it at that point. But anyway, thanks once again for watching. This has been Marks playing Nemo's War and thoroughly enjoying it, as well as having many heart attacks. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.